think about knowledge management, again, it's a very big topic. So let me just kind of explain a few fundamentals here. Yeah. So there is fundamentally all knowledge can be segmented into saying there is tacit knowledge and there is codified knowledge. Yeah, codified is something which is there on paper somewhere, and tacit knowledge is which is in the minds of people. What do you think is the ratio? Out of 100, what percentage do you think is tacit knowledge and what percentage is codified knowledge?
I think over
Guess.
90. I think over 90% I have read somewhere is in the mind, and 10% is kind of documented.
Very right. Very, very correct. For an organization like ours, it may even be more. It may be 99% and 1%. Yeah. Now, the whole thing about knowledge management is that all the tacit knowledge that exists, how do you start converting that into codified knowledge? That is the entire basis of knowledge management. And why do you think that is important? Why do you think converting tacit knowledge to codified knowledge is important?
To spread it across the organization.
It becomes easier to share, isn't it? It becomes easier to share because it becomes not person dependent or less person dependent. Yeah, less person dependent. And how do you do that? How do you do this? How do you create this process of converting tacit knowledge into codified knowledge and then for people to use it?
Documentation.
That's the starting point. You start this process of codification, but it is really propelled by creating this market or creating this demand that there is a supplier of knowledge who's codifying and there is a seeker of knowledge, and you're really trying to create a process where you're able to connect the two. Because if you just codify, is that enough? It is not, because it has to be made accessible. Yeah. So, and that is the entire process of knowledge management. There is a step which is knowledge creation, and then there is a step which is knowledge sharing. Yeah. And that is the loop. That loop, which is knowledge creation, followed by knowledge sharing, and it's like a loop, is what is knowledge management. Yeah. But fundamentally, what you're trying to do is you're trying to convert the tacit knowledge of your organization into codified knowledge. So more and more people can use it, or it can be leveraged in more and more situations. Okay. And this thing is extremely critical in the digital age because knowledge is your differentiator. Knowledge is your differentiator. And the final comment I would make here is that often knowledge management is confused or thought about as putting like a knowledge management system. It is one of the many, many things that need to be done. Yeah, one of the many things that need to be done.